Monstrosity at Lunch by Samuel London. The sun shone down lightly, showering us with warm sun-ray welcomings. The gentle wind was playful that day. It would tug joyfully at your hair. This day of all days, disaster lay just around the bend, ready to strike. But of course, I had to be jammed in a small, steaming classroom when I could be playing the day away. On and on, Mr. Chinrabi went over, lecturing on lectures. Oh, am I bored. I started doodling in my notebook to pass the time. Knock, knock, knock. Someone wants to enter our classroom. Mr. Chinrabi shuffled his huge clown shoes and himself over to answer the door. The beige door creaked open violently, and guess who walked in? The principal. I immediately snapped out of my boredom. I closed my notebook, and I sat up straight. The principal's bun of rat nest hair scraped the roof like a skyscraper would due to the blue sky. I swear I saw movement in that bundle of hair. She then spoke in a lifeless, my life is so hard sort of way that it made me wince at the words. Your class has been chosen to help the cooks make a delicious cuisine. When I say cuisine, I mean anything, she said. Anything. The words kept repeating themselves in my head. Now I was excited. Millions of things fluttered around in my brain. The principal continued, I have brought this bucket to pick 4 children's names out of. She held a pale bucket and picked 4 pieces of cut paper out of the bucket and placed them writing down. Seconds that felt like centuries went by as she read out Whitfield, David, and Matthias. My ears burned as they always do when I'm nervous, and I'm sweating like a pig in an oven. Suspense filled the room as trillions of foods went flickering by in my head. The principal's hand extended down into the bucket and pulled out 2 name papers. She then shuffled them many times, and I watched every movement. She pulled one out of the 2 and boomed, Samuel London. I felt highly insulted yet overjoyed, cooking with my friends and escaping boredom. I made a yes gesture under my desk and made my way to my friends. We lined up and struck to the cafeteria in a single file line. With our shoulders waving and our hands behind our back, we arrived at the cafeteria. The lunch lady waved us inside. She told us what to do in 5 minutes, then started to leave. I realized she was actually getting random ingredients. She threw them into a pail. 1 for fruits and vegetables, 1 for chicken, another one for other meat. And the last one, she took toilet water and some tissue paper and dumped them in pail number 4. I recommend number 4, she said. I took notice of her tangerine-colored shirt with a pink flower on it. Where are you going? I asked. Vacation, she answered simply. I thought I'd be helping the cooks, not doing their job. Now we are going to fast forward to when David accidentally slips on the cook's toilet water. He falls and his arm hits some probably toxic bottle of liquid and it squirts on the fruits and vegetable bucket. I take another glance at the bottle. It looks like a regular olive oil bottle, not any toxic serum. We all came together and decided to make a salad. A fruit and veggie salad, to be more specific. Out of the blue, the salad in the bowl grew to 1,000,000 times its original size, and so did the bowl. It erupted with no mercy through the cooking room, but nothing fell out of the bowl. We took a couple of minutes to figure out how to get the salad to the children. We found a way to maneuver the salad to the food list. We presented it to the kids, and they drooled like there was no tomorrow. 3 enormous ants came bursting out at everyone. I don't really do well in these situations. Fear ran through me, paralyzing every bit of me. The screams of the innocent awakened me from my stillness. I sprinted into the kitchen, grabbed 4 butcher knives, and ran out. The bottle that had spilled earlier caught my eye. I read, if used accidentally, just pour 2 drops on the item maximized. What happens if my item is a 10-foot man-killing ant? I questioned. I snapped at myself. Now was most definitely not the time to be joking around. I accelerated out of the room and came to the lunchroom, on all the battlefield. I rolled under one ant and squirt twice, and it shrank. The next I squirt twice, and it squelched, and then shrank. Suddenly I was lifted by my feet and dropped the bottle. Death will come to me, I sighed, but that's when David came in and picked up the bottle. He must have seen some of my actions because he knew exactly what to do. He squirted twice, and the ant shrank, and I fell to the floor. "Victory is ours," I hollered. Man, was I relieved. After all of that, I learned that I should always be a bit cautious and concerned about my actions. Think before you do. Thankfully, you aren't what you eat.